Hello students, today I am going to discuss the adiabatic mixing of two air streams. So it is the adiabatic mixing of two streams. So first of all, this part is insulated. So the heat transfer from the air and to other environment is not possible. So this will be the insulated part. The heat transfer will not happen here. Okay, the air which is flowing in these chamber or this tunnel, the heat of these air will not transfer to the atmosphere because the surface of the surface of the balls are insulated, so the heat transfer will be restricted. First of all, the condition of the adiabatic. Here you can see the mixing of two streams. The one stream is this, stream 1, and stream is 2 is this. These are these two streams have different mass m1, m2, different enthalpy h1, h2, different specific humidity w1 and w2, different dry valve temperature td1, td2, different wet valve temperature. All things will be the different. So these 2 years, when the mix and go out and exit or come out with a single air. Okay, the condition, if you represent this mixing on the psychometric chart, so the condition is like this. This is the psychometric chart. One layer is at point 1, second is at point 2. These layers have different enthalpies h1, h2, different dry valve temperature td2, td1, and different specific humidity w1 and w2, and different wet valve temperature like this. Okay, so this line represents the mixing of these two streams, and the final condition will be this at point 3. Okay, different at point 3, some dry valve temperature, enthalpy, and specific humidity. Okay, so the at point 3, this is temperature td3, specific humidity w3, and enthalpy h3. So you can see on the psychometric chart like this. Okay, this is the mixing of this line represents the mixing of two stream 1 and 2 after the mixing, the final condition at point 3. Okay, so if you are able to mark all the point on the psychometric chart, so you can calculate all the properties from the psychometric chart. So what is the procedure? If we apply the mass balance, here, mass m1 will come from here, mass m2 will come from here, and combined mass m3 will exit. So very simple, m1 plus m2 is equal to m3. This is the mass balance. Here you can see this is the mass balance. Okay, Okay, energy balance. If we apply the energy balance at point 1, mass m1 will enter, enthalpy will h1, so energy m1 h1 will enter. At point 2, mass m2 will enter with enthalpy h2, so m2 h2 energy will enter. Energy will in joule or kilojoule, and h1 enthalpy is kilojoule per kg. This is the specific enthalpy, so we multiply this enthalpy by mass, and finally it exit mass m3 enthalpy h3. So if we apply the energy balance, so this plus this is equal to this. Okay, so you can see here, if we apply the energy balance, so m1 h1 plus m2 h2 is equal to m3 h3. Okay, so we can solve these equations and find out the ratio of mass m1 and m2, which is entering m1 and m2. So simply in the energy balance equation, replace the m3 by m1 plus m2 from equation 1. So before this, we also apply the mass balance of water vapor. This is the total mass balance of the air. This is the mass balance of water vapor. So m1 will mass is enter, m2 mass will enter, and the specific humidity is W1, specific humidity is W2. So the mass of the water is m1 W1, because the water content is W1. Okay, so the mass of water vapors, मास ऑफ वाटर वेपर अगर हम बैलेंस करें, देन m1 w1 प्लस m2 w2 इज इक्वल टू m3 w3. m1 w1 of mass of water vapor will enter plus m2 w2 mass of water vapor will enter, and the combined m3 w3 mass of the water vapor will exit. Okay, after mixing of these two layers, in these two layers the mass of the m1 is the total mass of the air, which contain the dry air and water vapors, steam. And if we calculate the mass of the water vapor, so we multiply the m1 by the specific humidity, because specific humidity represent the water vapor content. Okay, so now if we replace this m3 by m1 plus m2 from here, okay, from this equation, you know, if you not able to see clearly, so we can write m1 h1 plus m2 h2 is equal to m3 h3. This is the energy balance. m1 m3, we can replace m3 by m1 plus m2 into h3. Now the from this equation we can find out m1 upon m2. Okay, so from this equation, m1 h1 m2 h2 m1 plus m2 h3, and we can find the m1 upon m2, and this will is equal to h3 minus h2 upon h1 minus h3, h3 minus h2 upon h1 minus h3. Simply this is the simple mathematical equation. You can solve it very easily. Okay, we can find the m1 upon m2 is equal to h3 minus h2 upon h1 minus h3. Similarly, if we replace m3 by m1 plus m2 in the equation m1 w1, m1 w1 m2 w1, this is the mass balance of water vapor is equal to m3 w3. Here we can write the m1 plus m2 and multiply by w3. So from these equation you can also calculate m1 upon m2. So the m1 upon m2 from here you can calculate m1 w1 m2 w2 is equal to m1 plus m2 w3. So m1 upon m2 is equal to w3. From here, in terms of specific humidity, you can calculate w3 minus w2 upon w1 minus w3. This is equal to h3 minus h2 upon h1 minus h3. Okay, so how we can learn it? If this is the line, this is the point 1, point 2, and after the final point 3. So if you calculate m1 upon m2, so you can h3 minus h2, this h3 minus h2 upon h1 minus h3, h1 minus h3. Okay, similarly you can write in terms of specific humidity w3 minus w2 upon w1 minus w3. Okay, this will come in positive, so we can separate. This term is positive, this term is also positive, because w1 is greater than w3 and w3 is greater than w2. Similarly h1 is greater than h3 and h3 is greater than h2. So तो हम ज़्यादा में से कम को सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे, so this term will be positive always. Okay, so difference upon difference. Okay, this difference is positive, this difference is positive, so we can write here h3 minus h2 and here h1 minus h3. So this is the ratio of mass from this equation, and these energy balance, mass balance, and water vapor balance equations are used in the numerical. So this is the all about the adiabatic mixing process. If we can mix the when we mix the warm water and high humidity water, warm and high humidity water, then the mixing is resulting the fog. If we mix the warm and high humidity water in the cold air, this is the warm, this is the warm, this is the cold. Warm and high humidity water mixed with the cold water, so the resulting will be the fog, and the fog region is above the saturated curve. This will be the fog region. Okay, like this will be the fog region. Above the, some part is above the point 1 and point 2. This is the cold, this is the warm water, and high humidity water mixed with the cold air, so the formation of the fog will occur. Or we can say, if the steam is not properly mixed with the water, okay, so the fog will result. Or we can say that if high quantity of the steam will mix with the water, which is more than as required for the saturating the air, okay, so the fog will form. जब हम उतनी वाटर पेपर एयर में मिक्स करें जितनी सैचुरेटेड एयर होने के लिए ज़रूरत है, उससे ज़्यादा अगर हम मिक्स कर देंगे तो फॉग होगा. आपका जो फॉग होता है वो इसी कारण से होता है, या तो आपकी स्टीम जो हैं वो प्रॉपर्ली मिक्स नहीं होती हैं तब फॉग होगा, या आपका स्टीम हाई टेम्परेचर, हाई ह्यूमिडिटी, जिसकी ह्यूमिडिटी हाई होगी, अगर वो उस स्टीम को अगर हम मिक्स करेंगे कोल्ड एयर में, तो आपका, और इतनी क्वांटिटी में मिक्स करेंगे जो सैचुरेटेड एयर होने के लिए ज़रूरत होती है उससे ज़्यादा, तो आपका फॉग फॉर्म होगा. ओके, for the reason of the fog is above the saturated curve. this is more important above the saturated curve. This is a very important question for the multiple choice questions in for the purpose of the competitive exams. जो भी एग्ज़ाम आप देंगे, गेट है, आईईएस है, वॉट एवर द पीएसयूज, तो इस तरह का क्वेश्चन और ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछा जा सकता है कि रीज़न ऑफ द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द फॉग. ओके, दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट द adiabatic mixing of the two streams of air, and this is the last topic of the psychometric. I will discuss the numerical problems in next lecture. So this is all about the psychometric. Okay students, thank you.